Hello, this is Bob Schroyer. I'm here today to give you a status on one of our GE appliances, which we've had pretty serious problems with. Hopefully I can get the attention of GE to address this problem, but I wouldn't hold my breath. In any event, we have or had this microwave oven combination. It's a built-in wall unit, basically, or built actually into a cabinet. And it was in our new home, or its predecessor was in our new home. It was a GE as well, same type of unit. This is just an update that we got in 2007. And this unit has had a problem. We've noticed it basically back in the days when we had the first unit. And basically the problem is that in the microwave unit, the paint all flakes off. It peels and flakes off. I mean, causing a real serious health and safety problem. Health because the paint can get into your food. I'll show you the lid of this thing or the top of it in a moment. You can see exactly what I'm talking about. But here you can see, where the turntable is, and the paint all comes off. It even comes off where there's no contact with anything. You'll notice on the far left and far right corners, there's big paint sections missing. And then, of course, where the wheel goes, there's paint missing. You would think that, okay, maybe that's understandable. You've got this wheel going around in a circle. So maybe that could chip, although it's not very smart design. But look at those areas where there's no contact. And look at the front right corner. There's no contact there. It's all peely and bubbly. Sure signs of a terrible paint job, to be honest with you. This model, you can see, is well, I'm not going to repeat the number, but this thing dates back to approximately 2007 when we had it installed. We replaced the other unit, which was approximately 12 years old. We were about ready to sell our house and we wanted to update it. And that unit did have some paint chipping as well. Nowhere near as bad as this unit. You know, this unit has been bad, well, probably for the end of the first year. It started exhibiting this paint chip problem. Here you can see the top of the unit. Now, can you imagine cooking something underneath that and big pieces of paint? God only knows what kind of paint that is. I'm sure it's some specialized paint because it's in a compartment which is being subjected to microwave energy. You would think that there is a special paint that's been developed for that purpose. You would think that, wouldn't you? But quite frankly, maybe this is not that proper of a paint. We don't know. What we do know is that it's exposing metal. Metal is not to be exposed to microwave energy inside a microwave oven. That's why another reason they paint it is to prevent arcing. Arcing is a electrical issue having to do with the microwave energy. This picture here is upside down, actually. You can see the glass plate on the lower left-hand section there, and you see a big section where the paint is chipped off. You also see a severe degradation of the paint surface there on the top in the middle, and that's all bubbly and cracking and about ready to flake off as well. Here you can see where I've put my finger in the corner, I think, and I was able to pull out, just by touching it, these flakes of paint. I haven't had the paint analyzed, but I'm sure that this is not a good thing to have inside your food and to ingest. Here's some more images of the inside where you can see the bubbling, cracking, chipping, flaking. Boy, what a high quality job the GE engineers and manufacturing guys and the quality control people did. I'm just really shocked and surprised. But I guess I shouldn't be that shocked and surprised because GE hasn't paid any income tax, federal income tax for the corporation for a good number of years. I think it was a 5-year period from 2007 to 2012 or so. So maybe when they stopped paying their taxes and moved a lot of their stuff offshore, they also stopped doing the correct type of manufacturing. And when you consider that these guys also make major locomotive engines and jet engines and things like that, It's hard to believe that a corporation that can make this shoddy type of appliance by the thousands, by the tens of thousands, this is not a low volume operation, that they could accept this type of quality and pass it off on the American people. If you go to their website, you'll find that they really consider that when you have flaking and chipping and stuff like that, you pretty much have to replace that unit. That unit is no longer safe due to arcing, and there's also health concerns. So if you do some searches when you're on their website, you'll find some things. It's not something that they admit to, nor do they tell their customers. They pretty much say that it's a cosmetic problem. Cosmetic, not safety, from an electrical safety standpoint. And I think UL should investigate this as well. In fact, I'm going to report them to UL. I want to know specifically why UL approved this product and what they think about it when it has an arcing risk, and what they think they're going to do about it in the future. I mean, this is clearly a totally unacceptable hazard and risk to both people, from both a health ingestion of the paint chip issue as well as the safety from an electrical standpoint. Here's another screenshot I took of the website. You know, they should have had a safety recall, quite frankly, on this thing. They've been avoiding this like the plague. You know, a completely irresponsible corporation. Quite frankly, it's not something that the American public should put up with. And they really should be held to account for all these units that they've sold. God knows how many people have become ill, and maybe some people have even been electrically hurt by this equipment. We don't know. Once again, this was a unit. It's a combination unit. It's a big oven on the bottom, microwave on the top. And by the way, the oven had a very innovative system as well. They had a piece of sheet metal over the bottom, elements, heating elements. And we had the predecessor unit, which did not have the sheet metal over the elements. When they put the sheet metal over the elements to make it super easy to clean, which it did, made it easier to clean, you didn't have to clean out the elements, it increased the heating time by about 200 to 300%. It now takes, 20 minutes to heat up the oven to 475 or something like that. It's just outrageous. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking, and certainly I hope they didn't get the federal government's award there for low energy consumption, because this thing is such a pig in the poke. It sucks up more energy than you can imagine. It's far worse than any previous unit we've ever seen. So I plan to contact GE customer service. I want to find out what they're going to do for my situation. I also want to find out what they're going to do for other people's situation. I did see on the web that some woman complained in social media and she received $300. Wow, $300. This thing cost me $1,900. It's been a disaster from day one. The only reason we bought it, quite frankly, was because it was the only unit that could fit in the same opening as the predecessor product. And that product dated back to 1995. So apparently in all those years, from 1995 to 2007, they had not made any major improvements in the unit. We have also had the electronics fail on this unit. The electronics from the self-heating oven or the self-cleaning oven, it gets so hot in there that it actually blew the electronic control panel. We had to have that replaced for a few $100s. This thing has been a disaster, a nightmare. Okay, GE, really is, totally irresponsible marketing this product. I don't know if it's still being marketed. I plan to find that out, and I'll certainly let you know what I discover after talking with GE and finding out what their position is going to be. But anyway, in the meantime, I would certainly not buy any GE microwaves. They simply just don't know how to make them. They don't know how to paint, and they don't know how to do quality control. And their engineering is way below average in terms of how they should be engineering these appliances for mass production. So in any event, stay tuned. I'll let you know what happens.